friends, welcome back. And today we're going to be taking a look at these two and some others in the family. Here we take a look at bones, the skeletons of public figures to help crack and crumble the illusions they have cast upon us and lift the veil and the scales from our eyes. Please do not show hate to anyone anywhere for any reason. We don't know these people, therefore we definitely do not hate them. Okay, so what can we tell here? Well, obviously she's stunningly gorgeous, a beautiful woman. Look at that banging dress, looking good. But we're here to look at the bones, not the fashion. All right, notice that super straight clavicle going across the chest. It looks like a coat hanger, okay? Also, we can see her square, angular jaw, deep set eyes, higher cheekbones, and this arm hangs straight down. So straight arm hanging straight down, okay? Here, also her shoulders are squared. Here on the hubs, we can see the shoulders are sloping more. He has the more upside down egg-shaped skull and a bit of the close-set features, but let's continue. Also, notice shorter forehead, larger forehead. This is something we've noticed that women seem to have larger foreheads than men, okay? Now here she is in full view. Wow, look at that dress, guys. I want to wear gowns like that. I want to be fancy. I want to be beautiful. Okay, so here we can see the arms are long and they hang straight down, okay? She is liney. We can also see again that straight clavicle bone and the super squared angular jaw or skull with the deep set eyes. And although she's very pretty, it's a bit of that piercing gaze. Now here she is with, is that her son? It looks, I'm thinking because it looks just like her husband. But here we can see she's so tall, wow. And we can see, we're not gonna look at the little one, we're gonna look at her, okay? I don't feel comfortable with that. So we can again see the arm hangs straight down. Again with that thick clavicle bone across the chest, teeny tiny waist, my goodness, no subcutaneous fat. And again with that super angular jaw, but she is a looker. Here she is with her hubby again, and we can really see his sloping shoulders and his arms hang akimbo. The arm is not hanging straight down, it's hanging around, okay, around the hips. We can see again, he has that more upside down egg shape to the skull. You can tell here that she has squared shoulders, but notice that super straight spine, okay? That's a very straight spine. Also a long humerus bone from the shoulder to the elbow. In case you're new here and you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, let's take a look at the skeletons or the skulls first, okay? So men have a larger skull, obviously. They have square, blockier jaws. Women have the more upside down egg-shaped head, okay? Men have wider set eyes and the brow ridge bone present that women do not have. Women's foreheads come straight down and often appear larger than men's, and men's foreheads generally slope backwards, not always, but they will have that brow ridge bone present, making the eyes deeper set, okay? Men have larger necks than women, okay? Now let's take a look at the bones, okay? Many differences between the male and female skeleton. We went over a skull. Men have a straight clavicle bone that goes straight across the chest. Women have a V-shaped clavicle, okay? Can you see it? Can you see it? All right. Women have a beautiful curved S-shaped spine. It curves in at the bottom and rounds at the top, okay? Men have a straight spine. Men have a longer humerus bone from the shoulder to the elbow. Women's arms hang akimbo out around the hips, and men's arms hang straight down. Now, the key thing here is, here's a little demonstration at the bottom of the spines. But okay, women have a wider pelvis and hips, okay? We have a large Q angle right here between the pelvis and the femur, causing us to have angled femurs. And it pushes our knees together. It's not demonstrated great here, but it pushes our knees together. And when we walk in line. Essentially, one foot in front of the other. I call it the crisscross applesauce. Okay? Men have a more vertical pelvis, and their femurs come straight down. It is designed to give them plenty of spacing between the two walking sticks, obviously legs, for the male anatomy, okay? And men walk knees punching forward like a toy soldier. All right, this just gives you an idea of the body types, okay? This should just be basic knowledge, guys, but we're not taught this stuff for a reason. Now, men have wider shoulders than the hips, okay? Women have wider hips than the shoulders, or at least as wide, okay? So women are curvy, men are liney. In binary code of the universe, men are the ones and women are the zeros, okay? Curvy and liney. Now, she's a bad chick, okay? I don't know anything about this woman, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't follow any of these people, so I don't know anything about her. But I think she's successful in her own right, but I mean, who wouldn't be if you had that kind of leg up? But anyways, notice that super straight spine, okay? But she's, yeah, lots of pictures of her surfing. But again, we can see that shorter forehead, and it appears the skull is sloping backwards, but I can't really tell in this picture. Now, here she is. Wow, look at those legs. Legs for days. My goodness. But she has, obviously due to her height, she's going to have larger feet. I mean, that's a given. But notice the hand signs, okay? That's the same hand sign that, yeah, it could be hang 10, but I seriously doubt that because we know all of their hand signs mean something more than we've been taught, okay? But this is the same hand sign that Candace and Charlie were making in my other video. But here we can see she has no subcutaneous fat whatsoever, okay? Again, here with the super straight spine, she is liney, and her husband, we can see that beautiful curved S-shaped spine, and although his arms, excuse me, although his arms are long, he has a short humerus bone from the shoulder to the elbow. Here we can see that long humerus bone and that larger sternocleidomastoid tendon, which is the tendons in the neck. And again, with that angular jaw. Now, here's her mother, and notice there's plenty of spacing between the two walking sticks, okay? And the mother is incredibly liney, okay? She's a 1 in the code of the universe, very liney. Again, with that long humerus bone here, high set belly button, and that super straight spine, and that long humerus bone from the shoulder to the elbow. The arm hangs straight down. Now, again, with the hubby, his pose is deliberate because by doing this, it is hiding the width across the waistline, okay? Notice the arm is hanging akimbo, her arm is hanging straight down. She is liney, he is curvy, okay? Here we can see him, and gosh, he could have had a phenomenal body, guys. But notice the shape, okay, of the hips and the waist, and he does have the V-shaped clavicle, although in this picture it does appear like it's more straight, but it's actually not if you take a closer look. The lack of jawline, the upside down egg shape to the skull. Now here they are walking, and he has the inline footfall, okay? The arms are hanging akimbo, again with the hips, and I'll show you a better picture of her gait. Okay, she's walking knees punching forward like a toy soldier, and he has that crisscross applesauce, 1 foot in front of the other. Here with someone, I don't know who that is, both are walking knees punching forward like a toy soldier with plenty of spacing between the two walking sticks. Here she is stepping down, and that is the knees punching forward. And this is an interesting photo. Thank you, Simon Woods. But notice the arms are hanging akimbo for the 3 men. Hers hangs straight down, and the difference in the skulls. I can make a part 2, guys, because I got lots of pictures, but you don't need to believe me. I'm just a silly lady on the internet that says, bones don't lie. People do. Bye.